All right. Well, welcome. All right. Wait for people to come in. And if people don't come on, it'll just be a video of wandering the streets, which is okay. I'm trying to find a normal spot to get like a fucking cup of coffee from Matt and food. And we're in SoHo, which is a neighborhood in New York. In the 70s, it was all these old like factory buildings. And it got super developed, and then it kind of like split open like a rotten fruit. And now, like, it's just too upscale for living. Like, there's nothing, there's no place where I can just pop in and get like a roll of duct tape. But like, people don't have to live that way out here. So there's all these like boutique spots, and I'm just like wandering around trying to find a CVS. Yeah, Dagger Mobile. Hello, rental. I can't read it. Is the sound coming through okay and everything if you're watching? Why did you move there? Are you talking about New York? Awesome. For some reason, the sound is better on my Cayman Island Holding Company's technology. That's literally the name of the company. Cool pad that I got for siding up to Metro PCS than it is on Matt's like new iPhone. So that's interesting. I swear to fucking God, man, there is nothing. There is fucking nothing here. I've just been wandering through a desert. Eventually, we're going to get back to, why move to NYC? I mean, I did it a number of years ago. And basically, it comes down to just, I had a certain idea of how I wanted to live my life. And, like if you grow up like totally acculturated with media, you're kind of brainwashed into having a romantic attachment to metropolitan living, which you get rid of about 6 months in to metropolitan living. But it's a weird conduit of money, man. It's like there's a lot of bizarre arrangements, like doing these street sales here. Like this is live streaming it is probably affecting it and making it a little bit more like weird because we're like talking to a phone in the middle of the street. Like, but people do that anyway. Like Matt has had success selling paintings on the street in this way, and I've had success selling records and stuff like that. And that's one of the things about New York is it's like there's just so much population density. There's so many things going wrong constantly. It's like not worth their resources to tell you no. So you can just like work all kinds of bizarre hustles and arrangements. And I ended up here. I put down roots. Now we're in New York. And now we're making videos of walking around fucking post-apocalyptic nightmare neighborhoods. Yeah, check this out. Check this out. Oh man, I'm gonna give you guys a treat. Some treats here. This is the Dagger Treat Cast. All the most elite treats for you. So you know that political slogan, resist? You hear that all the time? Resist, resist, resist. Resist boredom. That's what yeah. I mean, I understand why people ask me why you would move here. I really do understand that. Um, and I have ambivalent feelings about it myself. But, you know, I'm here at this point. So, and Matt's here, and I'm locked in. So here you go. Post apocalyptic nightmare cyberpunk city living. Uh, I guess I should probably be doing it in Japan. Soho is an involuntary cross country course for the poor. I mean, I'm just looking for a place where I can get a cup of coffee for $1. Good, honest coffee, good, honest dollar. I thought things were supposed to be great again. I don't know. Matt will talk about New York real estate, and it's interesting because it's the rise and fall of civilizations, just like quickened, and taking place like really rapidly, so that like sections of the city will rise and fall, like go into total dilapidation, and then get brought back by developers so that they get like consistently blander, and eventually it ends up with this kind of stuff, like these kind of boutiques that I'm passing, where it's like they exist to sell like a few very expensive products to a very small amount of customers who can afford them. And so like from a walking around the streets perspective, they're of no value to practically anyone. It's like, I guess that's one of the ways that people stratify themselves with money, is you want to be as removed from daily utility as possible. Literally you buy people to perform daily utilitarian functions. And I don't know why isolation from the mechanical operations of life became something that like signifies that you have wealth and prestige. I mean, I understand like functionally how that would happen, but it's like a weird thing to esteem that you create just useless space around yourself. This is like when kings would have a whole fucking area, like a whole forest that they would just hunt stags in, and if peasants would come in and try to hunt for food, they'd be shot. That's pretty much what we got going on down here in Soho, except I don't think anybody will shoot me. I did get yelled at by a German guy though. This is like when Nero burned half of Rome to expand his palace. If only. Ah. Just expanse. Yeah, that's we want to try and take the live streams out as much as possible so that we avoid becoming like two progressively fatter assholes yelling at each other in a room. But we had a really positive experience with the live stream last night, so we're gonna keep doing that. And I was thinking I would do like an introduction, and try to sell the magazine a little bit, but maybe later. What a hellhole. Yeah. Now, this is a pretty hellhole part of it. If anybody is interested, maybe like leave a comment if you're watching this later. I was thinking about doing night walk videos because like everybody's gonna wonder why I stay here until I actually pull off doing a night walk video and don't get my phone stolen by a hooker. But I think my phone is so fucked up looking that it'll probably be safe. Jesus Christ. Man, Jesus fucking Christ. I like the city because you can be comfortably invisible. In our contemporary burbs, going for a walk makes you the town freak because you're the only one outside. Have you been to London? It's some kind of head hammering. Yes, I have been to London, and that was my experience with it. I was down by the Modern Art Museum, and I couldn't find shit. But then I stayed in this little inn that was like trying to be eco-friendly. And all I could think about was how pissed off Gordon Ramsay would be at them. I assume he's like a big deal in London as he is in the United States. I thought he would be very upset at the quality of this hotel. All right. Does it like pause for you guys every time I flip the screens? Because that's kind of funny. Yeah. I agree with what Menthol Gold is saying about the anonymity of the city. I mean, and that's really true. Like, because I grew up kind of in a suburb situation too, and I couldn't stand the remove, like it just felt like, even though you're living like 30 feet apart from the next family, I never knew their names. Nobody knew each other. And you go walking at night, cops would pull up and ask you what you were doing. I'm walking at night. I'm a fucking weird guy. And I gotta walk at night. I gotta find Matt. I think he's on the next street over. Oh no, Prince Street, yeah. Jesus fucking Christ, I'm starving. I just wanted to get, I didn't even want like a fucking nice croissant. I wanted a croissant in a plastic. It's like a croissant in a plastic bag and a cheap cup of coffee. And I've been completely stymied and oppressed. This is classism, pure and simple. Lefty poll should get in here. Also, if anybody is actually in the city, I suppose I should tell you where you can come see us. Everybody's always welcome to come hang out in Soho on a Tuesday morning. Hey man, want to get a beer later? Sure. That anonymity is why cities end up populated by tryhards and clowns. As a tryhard clown, I believe you have analyzed the situation truly. And I can't read your username. That's fucking up. George Whittlesbatch Lorraine McLaren Hoopy. Sure. Love to do that. Sorry, man, I got nothing. Live homeless refusal. Homeless refusal live cabs. You just get that little sadist kick that you need to get you going. Shit, man. There should be a boutique homeless refusal store here. I think it would do very well. Okay, this is West Broadway, yeah. No, we're we're the next street over because they're filming something, and we don't want to fuck with the film crew. Probably a commercial. I don't know. Trump.wave. Hey, man. You were Ice Poseidon before Ice Poseidon was cool. I am looking forward to what you come up with for this next election cycle. And oh my God, your debate live streams. I would play them for big rooms of people. You know, it was amazing. Great work. H&H. Nails RX. Maybe I'm looking the wrong side of the street. Yeah, I'm looking at the wrong side of the street. I don't know if you're fucking replay. Oh, here we go. Look at that. We got an actual deli. I know you're gonna kill it, man. Not the most authentic, but like good for the neighborhood for sure. I mean, authenticity is a weird thing. I was thinking about that, you know, because we're selling records on the street, and you know, this is something that's very valuable. I make hundreds of dollars selling these things, but it's like it's not even original art. It's mass-produced culture from 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years ago. I mean, we have an idea that, like, you know, culture is supposed to be durable, but like mechanical reproduction has given us a weird idea of what durability is. It's like, it's cool that they retain their value like that. It's weird that they retain their value by becoming kitsch. Like, I don't think mechanically reproduced art tends to age very well, with the exception of writing, which usually just gets held in higher and higher esteem the older it is, to the point where, like, you know, H.P. Lovecraft ends up in the Library of the Americas, which I smile and laugh about every day. I have many smiles and laughs on that, about that thing. Hey, so we've been going for, well, I'm just going to keep it going. I'm sorry if it's a little boring, because I'm going to just do a financial transaction and then go find Matt. But yeah, we'll get back and we'll have like some crispy conversations in a second. But for now, just enjoy the ambiance of shopping and walking around this ridiculous neighborhood.
Say ham, right? Say ham, right?
Hey. Soul burns. How many good pulp writers are kitsch? I mean, I think that at the point where they're making Cthulhu plushies, like, Lovecraft has become a little bit kitsch. But he's also gotten more literary recognition than he did at the time. I mean, even being, like, dismissed by Borges is a tremendous compliment to his status as a literary writer. The guy who, it makes no sense to me, because he got a little literary recognition back in the day and then it didn't follow up, was Clark Ashton Smith. And I don't think he's even entirely in print in cheap editions.
Thank you. Next.
Okay, thank you.
Next.
Okay, I would like a pound of mashed potatoes.
My thoughts on learning to cook. I would like to. Yo, Ramada. I'm not good at cooking. I should be better at it. But I have like a little rice cooker. I put some vegetables in halfway through the rice, and I steam them, and I have like little monk meals. And it works. I'm just doing this because I'm stuck in the city.
A small jar of tuna fish salad and a small jar of
So tuna fish.
tuna fish.
And
And tuna fish and egg. I mean, two different ones, right?
Show you. I said I'd get a beer with you. If you actually sent me an email of that, though, I might have to reconsider. I can't repeat what that guy said in the chat. I'm making a spectacle of myself.
Thank you very much.
Hey, man. Can I get 2 cups of coffee? Can I get one with regular?
Chicken cutlet with
Huh?
lettuce, tomato, a little bit of mayo on
Large.
that one, and then
2 large cups. And can I get
hush
one
spinach,
with milk and
mozzarella,
sugar
also
and
have
one
a
just
bacon on
black?
the little guy. With the spinach, mozzarella, and
You didn't give me extra.
please.
oh, that's what I asked.
Yeah. Well, I told
When I
you.
give you the tuna yesterday, what else?
And extra. I said.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I'm trying to be unobtrusive.
Yeah, lettuce, tomato, mayo. Light on the mayo, please.
¿Cuál quiere, mijo? ¿Qué pan quiere? El spinach. Ok. Ya está. Trabajando.
Epic ringtone soundtrack. Hold on, I'm gonna try to answer a call from Matt. See if it pauses this. I'm sorry if I just hold on. Yeah, I think it killed it. My God.
A ver, ahora levántalo.
That's not my number, so I used it.
And the other one?
I actually don't like toast.
Just black. And can I get 2 croissants? Just black. Do I pay here or pay at the front?
The front, brother.
The front.
Yes.
Gotcha.
He needs to get off the seat. He needs to get off the seat.
You had them from here? Every time, and every time, have you ever had those? So they're amazing.
What the hell is going on here? I'm waiting for coffee.
2 croissants.
2 croissants. Germanic trash. No, we'll this is kind of the pre-show. We're gonna do this for a while. So we're gonna do a bunch of different things. And sometimes we're gonna be at the deli. At least for this one.
Sobreviviendo, andamos.
We're losing viewers as we stay longer in the deli. Oh. Thanks a lot. You too. Eddie, 2 bagels, 2 coffees. I'm sorry, could you add this Tootsie Roll?
You sign just right there. You want to see?
Nothing. Sorry, man. All right. So I had to keep my shit under wraps while I was in there. But this is actually a good ending to the whole like weird consumer experience of being in Soho. Because we found a deli that wasn't that bad. But I tell you, a good deli would not have treated us that way. That took fucking forever. I lost, people were clocking out because it was taking forever at the fucking deli. You get to the right deli, like a place that actually has like deli foot traffic, like not people queuing up on their lunch hours to get like a big complicated sandwich. Like people come in. Like I couldn't access the coffee. That was a 30-second transaction and they made it into like 25 minutes of shit. And I guess that's what you pay for when you live here. 25 minutes of extra shit. All right. I think I just went too far. This also could conceivably turn into Don wandering around Soho lost because it all looks fucking the same. And I can't tell any place from any other place. I think we were right next to Prince Street. I'll know when I've gone too far, basically. Yeah. All right, we got our numbers back up now that the terrible deli is passed. Cool angle. Hold the line, boys. The deli will pass. All right. Here. Okay, this is ridiculous, and it sounds like something out of a fucking like Antonioni movie. But we are set up on a street with a thing. It's like a store that sells big parkas, like big winter parkas, and it's called like Canadian Goose. And they have a fucking speaker playing goose noises outside of it. So I have to follow the goose noises. And also, yeah, okay, here we go. Okay, so Green Street, perhaps. Soho is an inner shopping mall, bro. It was not always an open. At least that's my understanding, but I don't know. Matt's the guy about that shit. Fucking shit, man. Where the fuck? There he is. No? Canadian Goose. Probably ill-advisable to scream anything at this time. Gotta get into the rhythm of the islands. Admit defeat. I'm stranded in this fucking hell neighborhood. Searching for pre-recorded goose sounds. It's not good. It's a terrible existential position to be in. I don't know. I've been less happy in my life. I've done worse shit. I just have no fucking idea where this thing went. I thought I just went around the block. All right. The problem is I don't want to stop the stream to call Matt to get directions. If I like, we're at 30 minutes on this one. Let's say that this is part one, just wandering around the streets, going to the deli. We had a little adventure. Don't go anywhere. Turn on your notifications, perhaps, and we will be with you very shortly. I just need to find Matt. So yeah, weird elliptical ending, perfect dagger story, nailed it.